Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Redneckanize, the home of the do-it-yourself trucker. When everything goes wrong, you gotta Redneckanize. In this video, we're going to be talking about the high beams and the headlights, and how truckers react to certain things going on the road when it relates to that. So let's get to it. But first, we'd like to thank one of our supporters, DPF Regeneration. The folks at DPF Regeneration have always looked out for truckers. Today's technology in big trucks has gotten more and more complicated, especially when it comes to those particulate filters. DPF filters need to be serviced, cleaned, and sometimes replaced, and DPF Regeneration handles it all. They have the knowledge, the network, and the inventory to get what truckers need to stay out on the road making money. Give them a holler at 800-634-3010 or check them out at www.webake'em.com. Plain and simple, DPF Regeneration. Hey, what's going on, truckers? Thanks for watching. Hey, today I want to talk about some things, a little touchy subject with the drivers out here, and that's headlights and the high beam headlights out there when you're driving at night. Now, for you folders out there, I want to tell you, if you think that your high beams don't bother them, but I cannot fathom why anybody would need to have their high beams on an interstate in a city with it's like 3 or 4 lanes, and you got to have your high beams on when the cross traffic is on the other side of the highway, and you know you got 3 lanes and there's only about 4 or 5 cars in front of you. All right, I don't understand why you need high beams on. But anyway, if you need to use your high beams, not only do you need to understand that you're flashing your beams head on into oncoming traffic, but also those high beams go up and they keep going up and they keep going up. And those trucks out in front of you that are about maybe a half a mile in front of you or a quarter of a mile in front of you, your high beams are flashing right into those big trucks' mirrors, right into them and blinding the crap out of them. You see, if you're going down the road and you got your high beams on, which you probably don't even know you do sometimes, I've done it tons of times, and they've turned their high beams off, where you see the truck turn its hazards on, maybe, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 flashes, like you see the flash of the you know, like the flash is like 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. You know, if you see that pattern and that truck's out in front of you, check your stuff, because there might be something wrong with you, because that's what drivers do. They see stuff like that going on when you see the lights are out or the lights are on the high beams. We try to remind people that, hey, your high beam's on. We've done it for big trucks too. The big trucks come up and they got their high beams on. We flash our parking lights, our marker lights on the back of the trailer, and we flash them to let them know, hey, you know, check yourself back there. But yeah, when you see the trucker flash his marker lights and you're behind them, check yourself, make sure you don't have your high beams on, because you probably have your high beams on, and hopefully that you'll notice that and turn them off. And then once you get by that truck, and I don't know about four-wheelers. I mean, having high beams on can bother people. When cars are in front of you, you shouldn't need your high beams. I mean, I don't know why you need them. So the other thing I wanted to mention about truck drivers and their lights is that a lot of guys will put modified lights, like they'll put a light bar on the bumper, or they'll put a light bar above the window, you know, up there on the top, and they might have that light bar on. And again, this is one of my things. I don't know why you need that light bar on when you're on an interstate. You know, I understand having plenty of lights. I love lights, you know, and when you got lights, have lights. All right. You know, I always try to leave as many lights as I can. As long as the lights aren't too bright, I always try to have on as many as I could. So, you know, we need to out there, looking out for, you know, making sure we can see. I understand that, you know, but you could really cause problems if you're shining your lights up into people's mirrors or people's faces coming on the opposite direction. You know, that kind of stuff can really mess with people's visions, and not only something that they probably can't see coming right at them at that time, but it'll affect their vision for a good 2 or 3 minutes after. You know, I mean, you that stays with you, you know. So I always try to say, keep regular lights, keep them adjusted, always double check them. You don't want them to go out going down the road, and we want them to make sure they're doing their job and letting us see good. So get that done. But yeah, check your lights, keep them adjusted, make sure they're working properly, and everybody stay safe and successful out there. Keep it between the ditches. and we'll see you out there on the road.